We would like to welcome Professor Kazuhiro Hayashi. He is working at the National Institute of Science and Technology Policy, that is the NISTEP Institute, and he's the Director of Research Unit for Data Applications. And today he's going to talk about the PIDs and the national strategy as a key driver for open science. We are very excited to have you here, and please take away.
Thank you for your kind introduction, Chair, and thank you for having me today. I'm Kaz Hayashi from National Institute of Science and Technology Policy, Japan, and I'd like to introduce the PID and its national strategy as a key driver for open science. And I'm also the advisor board of Pattern Cell Press. I believe some of you know these journals. But I'm not originally a biochemist, but I majored in organic synthesis. It is closely related to the pharmaceutical company. So leave it affirmation with you, I believe. And I was also computer geek to develop online journals in late 1990s, and I implemented open access 2005. As a general manager of the Chemical Society of Japan with my IT background. And I suddenly noticed that it was very closely related to policies. So I changed my expertise from publishing industry to policy world to promote open access and open science policy with my real background experience of journal publication and implementing open access with chemistry data. And you can see the red line. And I have been an advocate of open science. And regarding the PID or ID matters, I have advocated cross and DOI in the beginning of 2000, and also ORCID, ROR, or some kind of things. So, and now, what is open science? Maybe all of you know about that. But from policy perspective, open science is a default policy for the future. G7, UNESCO, International Science and Council, and the United Nations all endorsed and promote many, some of, let's say, the UNESCO's open science recommendation or something like that. I contributed partially. And here is one of the Japan's strategy for open science. Developing a research data platform towards open science paradigm. We are aiming from data infrastructure to knowledge infrastructure. We are developing an NI research cloud, and let's see from the bottom. Under the or on the network infrastructure called SciNet, we are developing a research data infrastructure, and it will result in the knowledge base. And combining that knowledge base with AI infrastructure or the using some database to have academic knowledge graph that will result in a kind of cross-disciplinary collaboration among researcher and deepening of the integrated knowledge that will transform science, technology, and society. And on the other hand, from another perspective, we are changing from the kind of a print-based paradigm to the internet-based paradigm. Maybe all of you are feeling about that. And we are into the kind of a chaotic phase from the current established but somewhat legacy order towards a new order with AI data or networks. So we will have a new open close secret strategy towards open science. That's the essence of open science, I believe. And from another perspective, we are going into from the publish or perish world to the share or perish world. And we need a behavior change, and we need an additive transformation. You know, we have concrete established atmosphere that's, ecosystem with scholarly publication system. It must be respected. But in addition to that, we are kind of adding some new value, new platform, new service with data, AI, or some AI data or with both. So we need many trials. That's why our policy side will encourage researchers to do something different, something new, especially for younger generation. And in Japan, we develop open access and open science policy from decades. And starting, and it is aiming at transforming science science and technology, and it will encourage innovation. And from soft recommendation for open access in 2010, we set data policy in 2021. And this year, we set the open access mandate policy this year, and a little bit opposite from compared to the Western countries. But anyway, all of these documents sometimes or are clearly stated that the importance of PID as a key driver for open science with fair data principles. And last year we hosted the G7 Science Minister meeting, and that document clearly stated the promotion of open science with fair data. But the PID things we are a little bit behind. But we already developed local PID. Just before ORCID began, it was in 2009. We already have 3 types of PID for, not PID, but anyway, ID for authors. And this chart is from my policy paper in 2009 regarding the network analysis with on the PID network with researcher, research institute, research article, and research fund. But at that time, we already developed the PID for researchers, PID for funding, and PID for the DOI with cross-step, and also for Japanese literature, we developed the Japan Link Center with DOI. And our institution partially developed a kind of ID for the organizations. And it is a little bit partially integrated with ROR recently. But anyway, we domestically developed the PID, but not interoperable globally. So why PID is important? Maybe you know better than me, but anyway, the networking of information related to research using PIDs will visualize the research activity and their contributors. You know, connecting all of PID, and underneath there are some local IDs. Will provide internationally recognized, such as recognition and analysis of research results from multiple perspectives. So that will result in might be, then we might be possible to advance the research evaluation with this network, advance research integrity with this network, and basically it is very good, better for the science advancement. And as we discussed in the maybe yesterday or today's earlier session, AI and the data science will advance these kind of things. So, and this chart is for the chart for the next science, technology, and innovation basic plan. And actually, I wrote this paper, but I stress that the importance of a PID national strategy. So regarding national PID strategy, Research Data Alliance last year published a guideline and checklist for national PID activities. And as you may know, the Australian National Persistent Identifier Strategy and Roadmap was published last year. And now United States is going with NISO to develop working group for the US PID strategy. So we are on the tide of PID national strategy to see the future of the scholarly communication, but not only for the scholarly communication. But as I introduced before, that we are going to have a kind of a research data platform for open science paradigm to move towards a share or perished world, and policies and national PID will support to promote or encourage those kind of things. So PID is very, very important in the technology side. And lastly, I should say PID would be the underneath these kind of network or the ecosystem. It might be a kind of unsung hero, but like you use Macintosh and they have many IDs, but users don't recognize that ID things or kind of things. So PID must be important, and the PID should be kind of unsung hero. That's from my presentation. Thank you for your attention.